我们可以欢迎来到上海国际电路的精度赛车联盟斯2回合3的美国协助冠军前种族。我们必须首先符合资格。听到是高登。
Welcome to the Shanghai International Circuit for the Precision Racing League Division 2 Round 3 of the American Assist Championship. Before we can race, we must first qualify, and here are the highlights from that qualifying session. Okay, so we dropped, I think, position 4 there. Talladega didn't make it to the race. Everybody moved up one position there. Of course, here is the formation lap of the race. Going to take a rolling start here again this April 16th, 2013. Again, Precision Racing League, Division 2, Round 3. And, of course, here we're just getting ready to take that start. Getting a late start here this evening, and everybody's kind of winding it up here for the start. Again, apologies to Nick or Talladega for not being able to get him on that line there. So qualifying 7th here, of course, Nick or Talladega didn't show up here, so everybody bumped up a spot. Dumpy in front here in the 5th position. Whittot or TW here in the 6th position. I think we lost connection there, and I think he said he wasn't quite ready anyway, so we didn't restart on this one.
Yeah, we got one more restart left. We restarted?
Yeah, I think at the restart I just said no. I think he was ready to begin with. So here we go, Dumpy getting dumped on there, taking himself out. Got a little bit of a break there. So it's nice when the competition takes themselves out of the first lap. But you will see Dumpy again.
My stick is messing up, guys.
Okay, I think that was Jackal. Something was messing up there. Of course, missing Phil this evening. Phil is off here this evening, so for those of folks that are perhaps behind Phil, good chance to make up some points here. Yeah, still having some gear problems here. Again, running some test in the testing a little wide right here. Just can't seem to get the gear right. Got it better for qualifying, but of course, as you load the car up with fuel, it just wasn't right. So I still got to work on that. Now, the other thing I've noticed, too, is I normally, with the rolling start, forgetting really to turn up the status box here. And, of course, at this point, I think I'm still running standard revs, which is a problem because I think we're getting all kinds of badges behind me and out-qualifying him, but just not able to stay ahead. Of course, it wasn't until after he passed me and was long gone that I realized I wasn't running full rich. So, didn't help matters, too, at the end of that stretch, when I was a little overgeared. Of course, qualifying 6th or 7th. Obviously, the goal is to try to finish at least in your qualifying spot. So again, I think most of the activity was really within the first 10 laps here. I think after that, everybody spaced out pretty much, and it was just basically reminded me of just an easy Sunday drive. Basically, just people were 20 or 30 seconds ahead of me or behind me, so it really wasn't much battling between that first pit stop at around lap 12 or 13 and then to lap 28. So we'll let these initial laps play out here. Again, this is the assist league, although I'm not running any driver's assist, so kind of enjoy that driving without assist. Trying to hit my marks on this left-hander right here. Of course, using the track map on the lower left there, you can see the arrows. They have all kinds of, well, all your base now is behind me. I'm not sure what happened to. It was all your base or all kinds of heat. I'm not sure. I said all kinds of heat, but eventually he'll come around me. Yeah, trying to keep it tight here to set up for this left-hander. A couple people are spinning out, though. I think Shadow had a few problems in that corner. Just trying not to make any mistakes. Again, as we said in the last couple races or recordings, that if the drivers around you are just faster, so be it. But you always hate to make mistakes. And okay, so here's all your base coming around. And I forgot to shift there. I was so worried about the trying to hold them off. Forgot to shift. Yeah, maybe I'm just running too tall gears altogether. A little bit of a go around here with Shadow. Shadow making the highlight reel this week. Yeah, I think there's an incident up here where I think he loops it and then I get around him and then... Yeah, I think I was supposed to work on the frame rate this week. I think that was Mughals had mentioned about turning up the frame rate. I think I forgot to do that, so if this comes across a little choppy, I'll have to make a note for next week. It's smooth as I'm recording it, although perhaps when I'm recording it here through Camtasia, maybe it rendering. Okay, so there's loops. It catches himself though.
Sorry, Shadow.
Okay, so all your base got around me. All kinds of bad was in that 6th spot. Shadow right behind all kinds of bad in 7th. I don't have too much of a problem here in this long straight and this braking, although I didn't really get a chance to use the DRS. Didn't have anybody close to me there. Locking up a little bit there, just trying to keep it rolling. I think last week it was all your base, all kinds of bad, and Jackal. I think we're battling. Didn't really see those other two guys here this weekend, but yeah, when they say standard revs, then I think I realize I'm not running. Which might have made all the difference in the world to stay up with all your base, but at this point he's just pulling away from me. You know, once you create that gap, it's hard to close that gap, right? Yeah, I think myself, with Todd, and all your bays qualified at 137.8. So, of course, I had less fuel in the car, and the gearing was right. So, I'm a little disappointed that I couldn't keep up with all your bays, but he definitely had a good run there. Again, using a quick race and setting up the setup and the gears through the McLaren setup, and then I think for some reason I'm not getting the same gearing. I think I'm talking to Shadow here saying take it on the inside, but so Shadow tells me to keep fighting. Don't pull over for the faster guy. Yeah, I feel myself being pushed a little bit. Shadow's pushing me a little bit. I think the idea when you get a faster guy behind you, you tend to push yourself a little bit, but I think Shadow qualifying at 136.1 to my 137.8, so I know it's just a matter of time here. Thinking maybe he'll spin out again right here, right? I think you're probably thinking twice on that corner. Yeah, a good little pass down here. Of course, Shadow's at full DRS because I'm saving my curves. Eventually, he gets around me. Of course, I force him to the inside. I'm not sure I force him, but I keep him there. And of course, I try to do the old switcheroo right down here. Cut that apex on him, get him right here. But he's got that inside line, so I back off just a tad here, let him have it. So that was exciting. That was about it, Shadow, for the highlight reel there, as far as you and me go. So that was about it. So he checks out eventually. Cooking that right front tire there a little bit. Yeah, getting a little more practice in as we do these races on Tuesday evening, and of course the assist on Tuesday, and then of course the non-assist on Wednesday, taking a day off, and usually by Friday or Saturday getting laps in the new track again. And again, for some of the new folks, remember you can also pull up the standings of last year's race through the forum and look at people's times, so you can get an idea of what some of the guys were doing for lap times to get your times down. But for new people, make sure you just go out there and see it. So here I'm finally turning it up, and I realize, well, geez, a little too late right there. I might have made some of the difference with the rich setting to maybe stay with all your bass when you went around me. But I think that time, I think every time we do these rolling starts, I seem to forget that. I think the standing starts are a little more exciting for me. I think exciting for everybody, but okay, so Dumpy's behind me here, so I know he's coming up. Again, Dumpy qualifying at 137.1 to my 137.8. So I'm thinking maybe I can stay ahead of him. 5 seconds back, so at this point, don't try to pay too much attention to that track map like I usually do, or even the split times. Just drive the car and try to relax, get in the groove. Start thinking too much, and that's when it all goes away. So, gotta get that rhythm. Yeah, I feel right here sometimes I'm just not driving deep enough. That's definitely cost me some time there. Trying to keep it tight here. Stay to the right here to get that immediate left. That was plaguing me the last couple years. Like, of course, as you do more of the events and do more of the tracks, you get more comfortable. Of course, not using any driving aids or any type of turn indicators. I think I was using those in the years past. Really don't even think about the aids anymore. I just, yeah, I think as you drive more, for those of you that are even running assist, you may want to try driving with no aids. Although it's tricky at first, but you really learn to be a little smoother on the brake and the gas. Yeah, I feel like I could take that corner faster there, but I just, at this point I realize I think Dumpy, I think I have a feeling he's going to catch me, but these other guys are just checking out. And at this point, my feeling is if I can, save that 6th or 7th, that's about as good as I'm going to do. Yeah, it's funny, as you start racing, I can speak for myself, but, as you start racing these folks here, you get, you know your place, and it really seems like, of course, I think last week we had a closer race between myself, Jackal, and all your base and all kinds of bad. So, but here, you feel kind of like you're by yourself, and I think Dumpy, I'm not sure if he's going to catch me or not at this point. He's trying to make any mistakes. And as you drive, you get into this 10th lap or so, and you're thinking you have to box it pretty soon, and I just find myself sometimes an automatic pilot, and other times it's almost like the game puts you to sleep or puts you in a trance, and you forget to brake a little bit or shift, and it's all over. So you have to stay attentive here to what you're doing. Probably not driving deep enough and shifting quick enough. I think I might be shifting a little too slow versus doing all braking and then all shifting. But okay, so at this point I'm thinking to myself, I think we have to box at lap 12, I think is what the strategy was. And of course sometimes I'll, of course depending if I break my wings or not or have accidents, usually we'll try to stay out at least until that they call me in. And depending on where the rest of the field is, I might even try to take a few more extra laps. See if I can create a little bit of a gap to pit in and pit out. Well, the reality is, knowing the guys in front of me, they qualified, other than I think all your base was about the same qualifying time, so I think he's the guy I was thinking of to see if I can stay out a lap longer if he pitted, but okay, lost a little concentration right there, and of course that's when I think Dumpy starts reeling me in right here. Yeah, that's an important message, that you never quit, you stay on every lap, you fight every lap, because it only takes a couple bad turns, and you can really draw right up to your to the guy ahead of you, so you just have to stay with it. And I think those first couple laps of this, first couple turns of this particular lap were definitely kind of soft for me, because you see Dumpy's really reeling me in here, so definitely let him back into it. Not sure if the game actually, I think the game actually does list lap times per lap, but I think you have to download that, I believe. I know Dusty was doing something with that. Maybe let's just go back and take a look at those lap times. Well, it says last lap, I guess I have to watch that, but yeah, so he's reeling me right in there. Of course, there's nothing like the guy reeling you in behind you. Then you start pressing. Drawing him up like a magnet there. So just trying to maintain the position. I'm always thinking, hey, maybe I'll loop it right here again, right, Dumpy? But in the end, he doesn't. I think he stays with it. He's just biding his time for the DRS area, so good driving there from Dumpy. Now this particular run right here, I thought if he gets ahead of me, before that DRS, my DRS should turn on, shouldn't it? My DRS does not turn on. So at this point, I'm out of curves. At this point, I'll see if I can take him on the inside. But then I realize I'm too far away, so don't take him out. Okay, so at this point I'll do one more lap here, see if I can catch somebody in the pits. Then I see a couple guys in the pits, and I'm not sure who that is because I don't think my position changes. I'm 7th right now. I go over the line, and I'm still 7th. No, it looks like I take the 5th position, so Spears is in pits here, so of course sometimes when you're out here on that lap, it can get loose all of a sudden, right? Because those softs, those options rather, start going away, and if you start making mistakes. So here I could have made a disastrous mistake there, right? Going off the berm there, and we saw what happened last week when I do that, especially when your tires are used. So, but definitely pushes here. So, I realize I'm pushing my luck here. I better get in the pits. I guess I was looking for. Yeah, I think it was all your base. I was looking for him. I thought maybe he'd be pitting.
The car ahead is 3 seconds up on you.
Yeah, there's no doubt I'm losing a little bit because I should be winding out. Still building 6th. Should be winding out, I think, right around here, right? So I should be going another 30k faster. That does kind of cut on the lap time, so I have to go back and work on that. I guess I should probably go back and reload that race and run it. Okay, so I stayed out even one more lap here. Think if I can catch anybody else out. Catch anybody else in the pits, but I'm not sure. There's one dot there. Again, looking at that lower left corner. Okay, so we lost connection to Cajun. So better luck next week, Cajun. Okay, so I'm still in 5th, which means, yeah, whoever was in the pits, it didn't help my position, so. Spears was, qualifying time was 1:36.7 to my 1:37.8. I think he must be running. I can hear that. I can hear his motor revving up, so he must be running traction control, I believe. Yeah, I think last year I did that, and I was able to really get on that throttle. But I think, as Mughal Slam said, it's nice just to stay with the same general setup from assist to non-assist. I think eventually non-assist is faster. Yeah, at this point here, realizing he's coming around. Okay, so at this point I dive in the pits, and then I'll go ahead and we'll fast forward. What do we got here? About 24 minutes already. A little longer video than I anticipated, but can't beat the cheap entertainment, right? So let's go ahead and let's take the pit here. So coming out in 7th. I think Shadow or Hardcore is 18 seconds back, so I feel pretty confident I can hold this position. And this is pretty much how it stays for the rest of the race. Of course, you certainly hope that something happens where you can take another position or two, but yeah, usually when you're 20 seconds behind or so. Yeah, 21 seconds to Shadow. This is pretty much my race right here, so. Okay, so let's go ahead and speed it up here. This is lap 15 here.
Is running on full red.
Okay, so lap 27, there's 28, the last lap here. I'd like to thank everybody for viewing the video here. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it in the remarks below. Next weekend we'll be at Bahrain, April 23rd, next Tuesday. At this point I'm saying that Robo Crouch got the win here, and he's all the way at the finish line already, and I'm still coming around the course, so good run from Robo. And I think Dumpy actually gets the fast lap here, as we'll see the final results here from Shanghai International Circuit. This is April 16th, 2013. Phil will be back next week. Okay, so that's a wrap, everybody. Here we'll close with the results page. Until next time, thanks for watching, and see you at Bahrain.